First of all, hello. This is Beauty Under Construction. And when I say beauty under construction, what I really mean by that is it's the inner beauty, the mental beauty. I don't do much makeup. I am beautiful, but I don't do much makeup. So if you're looking for makeup, then yeah, this is not that type of beauty under construction. It's inner beauty under construction. It is seeing the beauty in everything, and it's under construction because we're always improving, and you have to see the ugly a lot of the time to be able to appreciate the beauty. That's a whole nother quote. Yesterday I was watching a YouTube video. It was about failure. It was by the Enjoy podcast, and they were really going in and they were speaking, and it really made me like realize, like, everybody always says, like, oh, you know, we're all human, but like a lot of people forget to remember that we are human. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically today. That's basically what I'm really gonna like be speaking on. Is like, because there's so many quotes I realized is so true now, and I found the meaning of, or like I've found enough of the meaning to be able to speak on what I know. Because I'm not gonna say I know the complete meaning of any of the quotes, because, you know, meanings of words and meanings of things are kind of like, what I realized is just kind of determined by the majority of the society. So I don't want to say the meaning, I just want to say my perspective on the quotes, and, you know, my wording. I'm still working on the wording clearly, so just bear with me on that. So I have I have a large perspective of different people, and going through different types of norms, and through that I realized that, like, we're all born obviously very different, but we're all born slightly the same, and we all have struggles. It doesn't matter. I met rich, I met old, I met young, I met foreign, I met American, I met all types of people, and we all go through struggles. Yes, there are different types of struggles, but we all go through struggles. But you have to go through, like I was saying earlier, you have to go through struggles to be able to appreciate, like, the successes in life. If you don't go through any struggles ever, you will never be appreciative of successes. Like, a lot of people who weren't exposed to any struggle, they feel miserable in what people would kill for, what people strive to get to. You know what I mean? They feel miserable because if you don't go through a struggle, you don't understand why to appreciate, you know, the successes or the what you have, you know. So I realized that we're all born, and when I say the same, I mean we're all born into this world. We start off as a little seed, and then we come into the world. We come out of not our parents, but we come out of the womb, and we all are just growing from there. So from the beginning of time, it's always been like that. So what I realized is everyone is just guessing and checking. Nobody has definitive answers. Nobody has complete, like, oh, this is supposed to be like this, and this is supposed to be like this. Like, because who are you to say that? You're just as human as I am. Like, are you superhuman? Are you... Sorry, I didn't... No, right? Exactly. So my thing is, if we're all sitting here guessing and checking, then who am I to say that somebody's preference or religion or something that somebody likes or something that somebody says or something that somebody does, who am I to say, like, no? You know, without being hypocritical. Because at the end of the day, you don't know, like, 100% if what you're doing is right. And then what is right and wrong? like I said earlier, the people who the way that meanings to things are made is depending on how society sees it. So that means today I could say today the color purple, the word purple could just be a color, but if in 10, 20 years from now they decided we don't want purple to be considered as a color no more, we just want the word purple to mean happy, then everybody's gonna be like, hey, you purple today? Yeah, I'm purple today. How are you? Oh, I'm purple. I'm purple. You know what I mean? And then it's a whole different. So who am I to say that what you believe in or what you do is wrong? Because honestly, like, we can't even get meanings to stay the same for, you know. And then after that, everybody that's in different countries, some countries have more. I'm getting so off topic. I do this a lot, but like, basically all I'm trying to say is like, if I believe that there's a God and Jesus and I'm Christian, that I can't say that somebody else's beliefs aren't valid. Like, I can't say Allah doesn't exist and there's none of that, because who am I? That's hypocritical if you really think about it, because then why is mine more right than theirs? And I feel like people a lot of the time see like difference as a problem, but like, why? We were all born to have our own separate purposes, and we was all meant to do our own thing. So why, if somebody else doesn't like the same thing that I like, why does that mean that we're now against each other? Why isn't it just beautiful? Like, you like this, I like this, okay, and we can discuss, or we can, just keep it pushing, or I don't know. That I never really understood, but I did realize that although I don't have to believe in what somebody else believes in, I think that all people need to understand other people's point of views. Like, that's one thing that we should all do, is understand everyone. Like, even though you don't agree with them, like, you gotta understand, like, yeah, they have their opinion and they can say what they want to say, and maybe when you understand other people's point of view, then you'll be more open to, like, you might learn something from somebody, even if you don't believe it or whatever. It just might give you, it might be a eye opener or something for you. And with that being said, I also think that we should all be open to trying new things, like, because it's such a huge world. There's so many people, and for anybody to just be like forever stubborn or stuck in your ways and not want to try new things, you're missing out on so much life. Because even if you try something new every single day there is, like, of your whole life, you still didn't do like even a quarter percentage of all the things there are to do in the world and learn in the world. So I just feel like you're kind of robbing yourself of life and like the everyday lessons that you can learn if you stay stubborn and stuck in your ways all the time. Like, it's okay, like, maybe once a month, or once every 2 months, you should try something that makes you uncomfortable, or something that's new, something that you've never done before, because why not? You know what I mean? I don't know. But one thing I do realize that also is that it's a lot of people's expectations. Expectations a lot of times can be like a blessing and a curse. A lot of marriages fail because of high expectations. And I feel like if we take away like those expectations and just take things for how they are and go things, like, yeah, you can plan, but I'm saying, like, you don't got to make it a set in stone type of plan. But when you have all these high expectations, when expectations aren't reached, then you kind of become ungrateful over time. So that's kind of what happened. Like, you wake up at first when you're born, and you're learning everything new. You're not expecting anything, so the littlest things excite you and make you laugh and make you happy, this, that, and third. But as you get older, you start to form these expectations, these routines, these norms, and that's kind of a lot of times why people get depressed and stuck and stressed. It's because you're putting these expectations on life and on you when, like, literally another human can create another human to be a completely different type of being that can think different and form your own mindset. So for you to say that, okay, like, you expect things to always go this way, like, being able to create people is mind-blowing within itself, like, seriously. So and then when you create a person, in the beginning you don't know if it's a girl, you don't know if it's a boy, you don't know what type of life your child is gonna live, what type of person your child is gonna be. And if you feel like you're putting all these, like, oh yeah, like, I'm gonna have a boy, and he's gonna do this, and he's gonna do that, and he's gonna do that. Then when you have a girl, you're not gonna be as appreciative. But if you didn't have any expectations, you're just happy that person was born into the world. You know, that you created your child, and whatever they decide to like or do, you just have to remember that is not, like, yes, you are raising them, but at the end of the day, like, you're raising them to be their own person. You're not raising them to be what you want them to be, what society wants them to be, what your family wants them to be. You're raising them to be their own thinking being that makes their own choices and does, you know what I mean, what they want to do. And I don't know, with that being said, I just feel like we just gotta stop making little things a big deal. Like if your child, or, you know, whatever, decides decides, okay, I don't want to go to college, or I don't want to do this, I want to do this with my life, and do this with my life, and do this with my life. It's not, you're supposed to be the support system that they can talk to or whatever, but it's not your place to say, nope, you can't do that. Because you're their parent, but, like, who are you to say that another human being can't live the life that they want to live? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. And that's really what I've been thinking about whenever I think about, like, we're all human. Like, we literally are all human. We're all just learning life, and we're trying to do it right. Yeah, I don't think that we should put high expectations on people, and I think that we should also be so open to everybody's different perspectives, because a lot of times we become, I don't know, like, we conform. So since we conform to society or the majority, a lot of the time the majority of the society is just thinking this is what the other person is doing or what everybody else is doing, and that's why they do it. But there's no way that we could all be on one accord doing the same thing, into the same things, because the world would not go round. The world would not progress. Like, we all have to be different. We all have to give different perspectives. We're just in this body for a little bit of time, and then we shed this. You don't live forever. So the small time that you don't even know that you have, you don't know how much time you have ever. You don't know what's going to be the end or any of that. So, like, you're supposed to live the life that you want to live. And while you're living the life that you want to live, you're supposed to not judge anybody else for living the life they want to live. Yes. And I'm going to end it on that, because I really do feel like feel like I said a lot, and I feel like if I keep talking, I'm gonna get into other quotes and all of this like I already have, and I don't want to do that. I want to do a separate video so it doesn't seem like so much at once. But yes, much love. Put out love into the world. Put out acceptance. Try new things. And that is basically, that's like the basis of beauty under construction. That's step one. Like, you know? So, just remember that. But peace, love, pixie dust, unity, love, humanity, and